and U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the home of the Vikings. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Set to go now on 1st and 10. And he'll get ahead for about 3 on the first play from scrimmage. Second and 7. Back to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the first down. A pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Now, faking the give. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game. They'll motion over Metcalf. Back to the ground after the penalty. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And this one's going to be downed inside the 20-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run with the second-round pick in the April draft. He'll get this ahead for about 3. From his interior spot, that's Derek Brown on the tackle. They face second down and 7. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll be third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
On third down, it's Williams. That's caught. It's the tight end, Kmet. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Bears first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here's Williams now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Here now, third and 5. From the shotgun, it's Williams. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Williams hit the deck there, but after he picked up the first down.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the first down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
First and 10. Working out of the gun, here's Williams. The throw on the run is complete. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. A play fake. Now Williams. Oh, they are on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Well, fortunately for this quarterback, Mike, thanks to the alert play by one of his teammates, they're going to prevent this from being a turnover. It's just so hard as the quarterback. You're trying to keep your eyes downfield. You're trying to keep the plays alive, You have to feel the rush. You have to understand when that clock's going off. That ball either needs to come out, or it certainly needs to be protected.
Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Here's a run. And that's a nice pickup, bringing it down to the 3. Second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Bears. That's his 8th touchdown of the season. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream, a pick 6 for touchdown. Extra point attempt, still to come. It's up and good. And the Bears will extend their first quarter lead. It's now 14-0. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. They'll begin here on the ground. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
We are through one. It's the Bears. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. In motion, Lamb. Up the middle they go. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. A pickup there of 19 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Metcalf reels it in on the left. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a 1st down. Well, a big play there, and maybe a big break, too. The ball going out of bounds, so they keep possession and keep a little bit of this momentum going, Greg.
We see this across the league so much now, Mike. Defenders are getting so good at ripping that ball out. Unfortunately for them, in this case, they got the ball out, but it ended up going out of bounds.
Now a run on 1st down. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Now they'll set up to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there. And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. His drive will start on the ground. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, This offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds. This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. Now a ball deep, middle of the field, and he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. The extra point is good. And the Bears move out to a 21-3 advantage. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He'll drop to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 33.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Rush comes, they're setting up the screen, and he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Here's a 2nd and 6. Williams. This is intercepted. The pick six for the score. Greg, that is the one thing this offense did not want to see, and it really is demoralizing to see that happen in that spot.
Absolutely, Mike, and that's one of those cases where you just would like to see the quarterback say, all right, I'm going to live to play another day. Don't force that throw. Don't try to make a play that's not there, because not only do you turn the ball over, you give them an easy 6.
And on the other side, the defense, what a moment. Uplifting for them. Big momentum builder.
Yeah, and that's the way games are shaped in this league, Mike. I mean, you find yourself able to capitalize on a mistake by an offense. You get yourself an easy touchdown. All of a sudden, your sideline finds themselves completely rejuvenated.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Here's Williams. Quick throw here is complete. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. Open man, that's Rome Odunze. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. He'll take a shot here, back in the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Touchdown, Bears. The kicking team on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Bears add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going down the middle of the field, and he's got his tight end. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. The clock is stopped for 26 seconds until the break. Here's Ryan Wright now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Second down and 3. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Third and short yardage, and here's Williams. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now a signal, a timeout called. 9 seconds left to play in this first half. A gain there of 21. Good for a Bears first down. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. A gain there of 27 yards.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
Just 1 second remaining in this first half, and they will kick it away. Going to take this all the way back. 84 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. You talk about a response. After the offense goes down the field and gets a touchdown, the special teams unit comes back to get the 6 right back for the other side.
And I've been there, Mike. You find yourself on offense. You watch your opponent go down and get a touchdown. And you're saying amongst each other, you're saying, hey, we're going to get the ball back. Let's go get one of our own. But in this case, the return unit says, no, offense, you stay on the sideline. We got this. And they go back and get a score of their own.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The third quarter begins with a run. And he'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll stick with him again. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll They'll try to get this one on the ground. He's going to have a Bears first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Down the sideline, past the 45. And they get him to the ground, but he's all the way down to the 35-yard line.
It's definitely nice to have one of those bruising, punishing backs to kind of help wear down the defense. But I'll tell you what, you can give me a flat-out electric runner like this guy any day of the week. He can turn on those jets, get in that high gear, and he is gone.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. A gain of 17 to the 17-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut, and he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Third and 5. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. The Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this offense just continues to roll now, and defensively, they need to stop. They cannot let this lead get any larger. They've got to hold them to 3 if they're going to have any chance of finding themselves back in this game.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. Trying to push the pile forward. He didn't even get to the 1-yard line. They stop him short. No gain.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on 1st down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. 2nd and goal from the 2. What do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till 3rd down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone.
And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. That is 2nd touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year. The extra point is up and through. And the Bears will extend this 3rd quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out, so they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That's down the field for Lamb. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with him, and will bring up 3rd down. Again, working deep downfield. That is brought in. And he will take this one in. 70 yards. Touchdown, Minnesota. Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Vikings are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's Williams on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Second down and 8. To throw is Williams. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver.
Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense has it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught to carry the ball. And they talk about the points of pressure. And the biggest thing really, Mike, is you want the front tip of the ball, the part where your fingers cover, to always be higher than the back tip of the ball. So often you see that front tip go down, and it makes it so much easier for that defender to kind of rake it out. So you want pressure against the outside of the ball, both tips, the inside of the ball, and then keep.
And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. And the Bears will have great field position right around midfield.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Now a give up the middle, and that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the third. Here's 3rd and 2. Here's Williams. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the first down. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. He'll get 4 and down inside the 20-yard line. A play fake, and they'll throw with Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Bears. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This going to be returned from right around the goal line. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. In motion, Lamb. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now here's another ball that's intercepted. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
It's 1st down, and they'll run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Now a give on the ground. And this one blown up. Good surge will drop him. A loss on the play, back to the 9-yard line.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the 1st down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Williams. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively It'll set up a 4th down. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bears add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. He'll drop to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
Throwing now on 3rd and long, and that is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly, and even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Oh, not the greatest punt there. This is going to hit and go out of bounds. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this out to his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And that throw just seems like the cherry on top of what has been an incredible day for this quarterback. And I wouldn't be surprised here late if we get to see the backup after this drive. And there's one guy in the stadium that has earned the right to stand on the sideline and relax. It's this quarterback.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
3rd and long. Here's Williams. He's got the hook up there to Odunze. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down. Here's a designed run. Just pushing guys away as he takes this forward for a gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The pass is caught by Turner.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. They'll throw out of the gun. And this one is picked off. It's Juju Brents. Into space. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick 6.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side. Now they'll set up to throw. This is going to be caught. So it's an 8-point swing. Not just the pick 6, but add on a 2-point conversion. This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
First and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. They'll look to throw yet again. That's in the end zone and intercepted.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot to get his hands on the ball and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Back to throw. He'll complete that to his fullback. And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They'll need to score and do it quickly. Still one timeout left. The final minute, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. So this one, a win for the visiting Bears. They continue to be the hottest team in the NFL here in the first couple of months of the season as they remain unbeaten. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.